Well, hello world. This is plus size model Shae'Marie. I also happen to be competing as Miss Michigan Plus Size America and Miss USA Plus Size International this year. Very excited about that. But we're not talking about that today. I'm talking about self-love. I think it's very important to understand that you as an individual, whether you're plus size or thin, that you need to love yourself. And in order for you to truly love yourself, you must be able to define what self-love is. I've picked out a couple of different definitions of what self-love is, but I came across one that I truly feel most appropriate for the conversation today. And I'm going to read that very quickly. Self-love is an exceptional interest in and admiration for oneself. Self-love that shuts out everything else. I thought that would be a great definition of self-love because first, self-love is admiring yourself, appreciating yourself, loving yourself, nurturing yourself. Because if you don't understand how to do that, then how can you do that for someone else? And I thought that definition was the most appropriate one because it's all about understanding how to love yourself first. Because if we can understand how to love ourselves first, then we can spread love throughout the world, unstained and untainted. So, that this is why I wanted to talk about self-love today. As a plus size woman, a lot of people think that plus size women have low self-esteem. Why else would you be plus size? Or, we don't understand our self-worth, or, that we don't deserve certain things because we have so much weight on us. But I want to just put an end to that way of thinking and way of believing. I happen to be a plus size woman, and I haven't always been a plus size woman. So I understand and walk in the shoes of many different women because I understand it from both sides, from being a thin woman as well as a plus size woman. But particularly, I want to, talk about, because the here and now is that I am a plus size woman, and I want to be able to encourage my plus size sisters out there to understand that you deserve everything any other woman has in life in regards to having a loving partner, a great profession, great loving friends, great business relationships. You deserve that as well. Just because you have some weight on your bones, that doesn't mean that you are unworthy of living a fulfilling life, or unworthy for having wonderful things, or a faithful and loving partner. You deserve those things, and you have to understand and appreciate yourself and know that you deserve those things in spite of what society says, that we have to just accept any kind of man in our lives, because there are a lot of men that try to prey on plus size women because they think that most of us are have low self-esteem, or we're always in the market for trying to just have a man. But that's not the case. We all have different levels of where we are in our lives, and we all have different levels of confidence. But I'm here to tell you, sisters, that you can have everything you so desire, and we don't just have to accept messy men in our lives, because there are some beautiful brothers out there that truly love you for who you are, and that would be a great encouragement to you. Trust me, I know a lot of them. A lot of them are my friends, but you got to understand that just because you have male friends, that does not mean that they are the ones for you. And I am in that position where I understand that I want the one for me. Although I know a lot of wonderful brothers, I don't sit back, saying, "Oh, this one's for me," or I'm trying to pick out from the pool of my friends, because if anything is meant to be, it will happen for you, and you don't have to rush it. I think love is better received when it happens naturally and it's unforced, When love just happens divinely, that's one of the most beautiful experiences that you can ever have. And so I wanted to encourage my plus size divas to, love yourself and accept that you are a plus size woman. And if you want to change that about yourself, if you want to change anything about yourself, do it on your own grounds and allow yourself to walk through that process. Weight can be lost. If that's something that you want to do, weight can be lost. But love yourself for who you are right now, today. And I'm here to tell you today, just love yourself for who you are today. And I practice that daily. I wrote a poem. For those of you who don't know, I'm also a poet, and I wrote a poem a few years ago, and it's entitled "I Am Love and Love Is Me." When I wrote that poem, I was just in a loving place, and I just felt every word that I was saying about love and about myself. And I want to share that with you very quickly, plus size divas, because I want you to know that you deserve and can have all the things your heart desires. Don't matter if you plus size or not. A weight is not, just because you're thin, that don't mean that you're going to have the world, and that you're going to have faithful partners, or that you're going to be just successful just because you're thin. You can be successful, have a loving partner, a wonderful life, whether you're plus size or thin. And you have to know that you deserve all of those things. I deserve all those things. That's why I won't let anybody just come into my life, or I don't, spend my time with just any old person, because I know I don't have to. I got a lot to offer as a woman. Period. I'm very highly spiritual. I'm a loving and nurturing person. I care about other people's feelings, and I care about humanity. Those are things. Those are the fibers of me that makes up me, and I know that about myself. And I'm just not going to allow someone just to come into my life because they are a man and interrupt the flow of love that's going on in my life. If he can't come and join me with his own brand of love and together, then it's not going to work, and I'm not going to accept it. So you don't have to. You have to know that there is someone out there that will love you for who you are, and that would appreciate the peace that surrounds you, the love that swarms in you, and the friendship that you can give to a relationship. But very quickly, I'm going to read the poem that I wrote, and then I'm going to share with you some positive affirmations that you guys can rehearse in your lives throughout the day, because affirmations are very powerful. Affirmations, people don't understand how powerful they are. Your words are very powerful. When you speak things into your life, you affirm those things in your life, whether you know that or not. But I want to encourage you to just love yourself, because the greatest gift that you can give yourself is to love yourself first. Let me read my poem entitled, I Am Love and Love Is Me. I am love and love is me. Love is the metaphysics, the DNA that makes up the molecules in me. I speak love, I give love, I bathe in love, and I relish and retreat in the coves of love. My pores excavate blood from the hollow of my veins. My heart bleeds and it spills with love blood stains. I am love, and love is me. Wherever I go, guess what? Love follows me. Love is my bulletproof shield, where in the valleys of the shadow of death, love sustained me when I've given all my love to someone else. Love teaches me to unselfishly wipe away the tears from another one's eyes before I wipe away the tears released from my own. In return, love rewards me with her precious gift of more love. Unconditional love, sacred love, blissful love. Love maintains and comforts me and assures me I will never walk alone. I am love, and love is me. Love is and always will be the metaphysics, the DNA that makes up the molecules in me. Love made me into the person and the woman I needed to be. Love is the very thing that keeps me free. I love that poem. Yes, I wrote that a few years ago. And I really feel that strongly about the love in me. And daily I try to walk in love every day. And one part of my poem I said I bathe in love. That doesn't mean that I don't have problems or things that I have to deal with. But at the end of the day, I know that in spite of all that I have to deal with, that love is the things that keeps me free mentally, spiritually, all of those physically. So I wanted to just encourage you, my plus size diva, and even all of those people who can find encouragement in these words, because whether you're plus size or not, words can truly encourage you if you can, use them, utilize them in your lives in such a way to apply to something that you're dealing with. So before I go, I want to share these affirmations, like I said, but remember to love yourself always, because love is very important. Love is the strength that you need to get you through any and everything. Love conquers all. Love answers all. And love will heal any wound. And I'm going to share these affirmations very quickly because I didn't want to make this video that long. I'm only going to share a few with you. Because I think that when you understand the power of affirmations, and you begin to understand, wow, these affirmations are really, making me change my mind mentally. I'm going to a mental place of peace and love, by rehearsing words instead of negative words, releasing negative words out of your mouth. You're releasing words of love that's infused with love. So I'm going to read these few affirmations. 1, I love myself unconditionally and accept myself as I am. I accept that no error is human, and I forgive myself for all my mistakes. I am proud of myself and all that I have accomplished. I recognize the divinity in me. I respect myself and treat myself with kindness and love. I accept myself for what I am, and I am constantly doing better each and every day. I am a valuable person, and I try to be as much useful to everybody else as possible, as well as myself. I am worthy, and so is everybody else. I love all. I'm just going to share those few with you, but make up your own affirmations. Those were just some quick ones I decided to share with you because I think it's very important to understand how to change the dynamics of the way you think about yourself, your body image, your mental process. I meditate and do things to, just keep myself encouraged about who I am because I love myself. I love the woman that I am. I have a lot to offer in a loving relationship. And I'm not willing to just give that love to just anybody. I have some people trying to put come through the side way, come through the back way, thinking that they can just enter into my life just any kind of way. But, I'm very discerning. So I know when a person is, not so, that's not proper for my life at this point in time in my life. Don't allow anybody to come and steal love from you, because there are some love snatchers out there that recognize the loving spirit that you have, and they will want that in a person, but they're not ready or in a position to render that same love back to you. So you have to recognize that and understand that I love myself, number one. So I'm just not going to accept just any kind of love in my life. I'm going to sign off because I don't want to make these videos really, really long. But make sure you check me out on www.shae'Marie+model.webs.com and keep up with me because I got some amazing things going on in my life, and I'm willing to share those moments with you. God bless, and I will see you next time.